Hello everyone, this is Jer, playing Oxygen Not Included. Want to try some of the updates from the Whatta blast, but before I do that, in the last few episodes and continuing on, I'm setting up a really strong base, producing power, going to be producing metal, plastic, and all that type of stuff, as well as, of course, food and oxygen. Food and oxygen being the most important things. Have 7 dupes. I like 8 dupes. May take an 8th one when I've got a dupe that I like. Also, as a side note, I enabled a audio not a compressor, the suppression, noise suppression, and what that is trying to do is remove the fan noise. I don't know if in the last few episodes I've been slowly improving the audio mic quality and all of that over time, but I think this is going to improve it a little bit more. Anyway, let's start off with bumping up the location for my fan. This is going to pump hydrogen down into this line right here. So that needs to be powered. And I want to have automation around that. So I'm going to have a gas sensor. We'll put that right here. Oh, that can't be. I'm flipped around. What am I doing there? Okay. So just have a regular tile, put a mesh tile right that location. And that's going to be set in with filter gate. To essentially not turn this on until this is detected it for a certain amount of time. Probably set it at 60 seconds. And that's going to pump hydrogen down. So I previously had this enabled at a lower point rate. Well, you can see the old bits of it there. So I'm just putting this into place so I can now have this run like this. One of my dupes is idle, or they're either trapped or they can't get up here because there's not enough gas masks. Oh, also time to choose a dupe. Suit wearing, flatulent, no. Dig supply operating, cannot. Oh, decrease calories, forget it. Cooking, operating, suit wearing. Let's take the oxyfern seed. But the moment I have a dupe I like, I'm not going to reload my game at this point just to make that happen. But let's continue on. So that's going to give me hydrogen. Going to give some of my dupes that can't get up there things to do. How about, in the last episode, I tried to shut this off. Didn't happen because it was too active. That may still be the case. But we'll see if I can get some dupes snuck in there to block this off. This has slowly been filling up. Not too concerned about it though, because I've got a lot of cool area around it anyway. Speed things up. So pips are in here, trying to get more pips. I've got 2 trees per room. Gonna have 6 of these pips in each of those locations. Got more pips to choose from. This is gonna be my future source for food. Just checking to make sure I've got cuddle pips selected here. I don't see cuddle pips, but is that not a... Oh, that's a cuddle pip egg. I thought that was one curled up. Okay, I have to wait for that to hatch. Getting ahead of myself. Skill point to give out. That's minor. They're quite... morale is high, so I feel comfortable giving them construction too. I'll let my dupes... Actually, let's get rid of all this stuff here. Maybe we can keep the ladder. But what I want to do, once this is built, I want to have a path out here in space. And I want to build some solar panels. Those solar panels are going to feed... It's going to essentially have a regular wire going down from the solar panels. Someday it'll be heavy watt wires, but for now, it's just going to be these regular wires. Can get rid of that. And that's going to go down into the power room. And I'm going to have a power transformer that feeds into it. Just choose a location for that. Let's put that. Well, actually, I don't need it to go right there. Anywhere's actually, this would be a good location. And the idea is I want to have at least about 1,000 watts of power. That's the most that I can have on a single circuit go into this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Make sure I don't connect with the other lines. Whoa, 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 whoa. And we'll have to do some hopping over. So that's going to safely take power and input it into the heavy watt wire system. I'm trying to keep the heavy watt wire line very small as to not waste material. All the research for this is complete. However, I do need to produce glass, and that has a lot of hot liquid. So I'm going to choose a location for that. Let's put that right about here. I'm going to put in some pieces. Actually, hold on. Before that, just realized I don't have yet a Clin, because I want a little bit. I'm going to build this in a place that is nice and cool. Let's see, right in here will do for now. Actually, hold on. I want the dupes to be able to still be able to run across there. So maybe what I will do, let's put it right here. Where is refinement? Clin. Boom. Okay, so I'll wait for the dupes to catch up on some of these tasks. Actually, they're doing all right. But when I'm back, we'll continue on. We'll produce some ceramic. I see the input for ceramic is clay. I have a few pieces of that floating around. We'll turn that into ceramic, and I'm going to use that as piping to build in this area here later on. So I love the automation grid line, but I just realized that I inadvertently had it go over two of these guys, which is not what I was intending to do. So I'm going to do that. This is essentially a line that is taking or enabling, disabling this based on temperature here. And I'm keeping this area really cool. This is refrigerated area. And the temperature of various items, -16. So that is much colder than you would get in a normal fridge. That's just due to the fact that the actual environment is frozen and been maintaining. Oh, scalding. Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Let's get you out of there as quick as we can. This has been a very risky move. It's going to be another risky move to go here, but not as bad. Let's see if we can seal that guy off. Okay, back to it. The Clin is now available, so I can make some ceramic. Make 99 pieces. And then I can start on where I'm going to be dropping off glass. So I'll do that right here. I'm going to want some heavy insulated pipe made of ceramic right here and here. I have to wait for that ceramic to be created. We're going to have a dupe sensor. We're going to have a light. Use the ceiling light will be fine. Automation to turn that light on and off based on whether there's a dupe available. And I can see ceramic, 200 kilograms. I think I need 400 pieces for a single unit there, so that needs to keep cranking out more. 300. So we need 800 kilograms. That will arrive in time, and I will be able to create the pipes here and here. Meantime, let's dig out the rest of this. Okay, so I'm going to be able to put this guy right here. I'm just going to wait for that pipe to be able to... Oh, hold on. I need some power. We've got... This might be a little bit wasteful, but I'm going to use heavy watt wire. Just because it's in the area. Maybe I shouldn't have dug down just yet. Put a ladder there for them to construct that. Let's check on things here. 600 kilograms of ceramics, 700. Almost enough for 2 pieces. Keep going, keep going. I'm probably going to need more of these wheels until the solar panels are in place. So I'm going to expand power room. Put a door right there to be able to do that. So this now is doing a much better job now that the automation is running around it. So this is run out, but I've got 800 kilograms. That's enough for a ceramic insulated pipe. Because this is going to contain molten glass in it. And I don't want that to melt in the pipe. That's going to break the pipe. Be a very bad thing to happen. So we'll get the dupes to install this. I'm eventually going to put a mesh tile down here. And have it drop down into this very cold zone and pick it up down there. In order to do that, I'm going to have to dig down like this. And that's going to need a ladder to be able to get up and around that. It's just going to be a partial ladder type of thing. And they're going to pick up the glass over here. Well, that's the case. They're going to have a path to this guy. I'm worried about this liquid. They already have some liquid down here, and I want to avoid that filling up even more. So let's block that off. Stop that from happening. I think we need to let the dupes catch up on their tasks, and we'll be back to see what we have. Okay, I just realized I did not cover this side either. So quickly just going to do that. Particularly going to make a priority move to do here and here. Actually, maybe even this. If I dig that out, a lot could be dropping. I need to think carefully about this. I'm not so much... This is future proofing. How to safely do this. Just to try to avoid. I think the dupes can put in a piece right there. Let's just verify that they can build across there. It's high priority, so... Oh, someone's trapped. Yep, so someone can reach it there. Can someone... a little bit of liquid dropping. I don't know... Oh, alright, well... Is what it is. That is not what I want to happen. Probably should have built a ladder down and done this differently, but highest priority task. Not really life-threatening, but sooner you can do that, dupes, the better. Okay, excellent. And I will tell them to clear off that area. Okay, I'll manage this, and then I'll be back when we're ready to produce some glass. This pilot is putting in the last bit of a ceramic pipe. Can now get rid of this guy. So I've got light automation. I've got the pipe in place. Oh, one thing I do need to do is have a mesh tile right here. Make that hot glass fall down here. Now, one important change I made is I didn't put a ladder here at the end because I don't want to confuse the gas masks around so the dupes can't cross this. But this hot liquid glass can fall down here. Been starting to dig a path from here so that the dupes can get access to it. It's going to be a little bit cold, but they'll survive. And I've got a wall here stopping these liquids from going in here. A lot of liquid did escape, but I'm not too concerned about that. Let's build what is some local material, granite. So I'm going to dig around this guy here, but let's continue the ladder going down. The dupes can do this in slower time. But now I think we're at the point where we can finally look at building Dun, 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 our glass forge. Put that right there. That's going to need some power. Do I have automation for an auto sweeper? I do. Okay, so that means... if I put that there, and I put a path like this, it may look a little funny, but... So what I'll do is just like have it look like that. That will allow the dupes to go down in here, and I'm going to have a storage bin located right there that's going to store sand. That's the input to this machinery. So this is where glass is going to be dropped off, minus 45. It'll get nice and cool. This has finally been blocked off, so I'm happy about that. It's going to add a little bit of heat as a little bit of this turns to water, but it'll stop when it becomes overpressured and full. So I'm not going to continue to get more heat because I've got a lot of liquid that I'm going to get from these two geysers that are just sitting over here. Make sure this guy doesn't become overpressured. Cool job, but if I can get one of the dupes in there, they can't get there. What's going on? Oh, I see. Ladder, ladder, ladder. Ladder, ladder. Okay, so the storage bin exists. I have a dupe that has some Minitronics engineering skills, so they're going to have that. I would like, in the meantime, while all this is going on, I have the feeling like I'm going to want to have access to conveyor, rail, and all the stuff that goes around it. So put that there in the meantime. Filtration medium, it's sand I want. Do I have much sand in this world? Okay, like an 8th dupe, but only if they seem decent. Suit wearing, cook, build researcher, suit wear, farm, and build. This is kind of a generic one. I will call them... Do I have a builder already? I'll call them farmer. Is my caps on? Yeah. Farmer, welcome to the team. Let's check out the schedule. Oh, I've got to get you down here. We've got a bed. We've got place. No, we don't have a place for you to eat, but we will. Mess table right there. Not two more for future proofing. Let's go back down here. Okay, so yeah, all right, there's our glass forge. We're just waiting for some more construction. We'll be able to produce some glass. So we'll wait for the last little bits to be put in piece, put together in here by the dupes. Then we'll turn this on together. It hasn't been that long. I just realized that dupe is on this machine here, and I don't have any hydrogen. And let's just go up and investigate what is happening. Oh, sorry, not that exciting. I thought this would be actually something interesting. Thought I'd do it blind without looking ahead. It is just a bunch of broken pipes. At least that's my assumption. Oh, and this whole bit is not fully constructed. All right, well, in the meantime, I want to put another one of these guys here because this guy takes a lot of power. So I might want a second one of these, maybe even a third. I think 2 is going to be fine, though. To make that happen, I just want to reroute this a little bit. Just like that. So I can have a heavy wire go across. So technically, I can now produce my first bit of glass. Let's temporarily put this as a high priority, so that gets put in here. The other thing is, I could put this as a high priority, but why don't we do this? Why don't we go to engineer? That's the dupe that has the skill. Let's up their building priority. I think that's going to increase the likeliness that they're going to build that for us, because that's the only dupe that can do it, because they're the only ones with the Minitronic engineering skill, at least for the time being. There's engineer. They're dropping off stuff now. They're doing their build. Okay, so watch this. Never mind. It's not powered. Let's connect that. Heavy watt wire. Do that high priority. Okay, so we'll get some sand in there. Can slow that down. That's just regular priority now. This is going to be turned on. That's not pushing any sand in here right now because I haven't ordered any glass to be created. But if I specify that, the auto sweeper now is taking the sand in for us. And this is now ready for, it says work errand. So one of the dupes is going to be going in there to crank out some material for us. Miner, maybe that's you. No, you're dropping stuff off in there. Builders on the way. No, I can see they're dropping off sand. Research was complete. Let's wait till we find out that the dupe pilot is showed up. And they are going to produce the first piece of sand. This is taking a little bit of time. Just thinking about this. It would be nice if only engineer could go in here because they're the best operator. So I'm going to put a door here and tell only operator you can go in here. But all the other dupes could stand here and throw some sand in at least. Because pilot, you're slow. If I'm going to do that, I probably want to make engineer focus on operating as well as building. This change is ready, so I'm going to get rid of that wire. We're going to put a second manual generator in. And with all this, okay, so we should now have seen there, I've seen the little bits of liquid. There it is, glass. It's already frozen, in fact, minus temperature. So this is well colder than it needs to be. But as we put more and more hot glass, it will slowly warm up. And what I'm going to use that for is solar panels. I don't have enough right now. But if I want to observe how much, well, this says 75 kilograms of new, but I can click on this and hit see all. I'm going to type glass. And this will actually stay there. It's going to tell me how much glass. 100 kilograms, half the amount I need for one solar panel. We're going to connect this up. So I'll have two of these running so we can operate this machinery. Hydrogen is also making its way in. Let's go up here. Okay, waiting for this to be constructed. Oh, this also needs to be told to detect hydrogen. Hydrogen, there you are. And eventually the other thing we're going to do is go out in space because we actually have to have the solar panels sent out. So we'll do that right here. We're going to need a door, but we'll wait for the dupes to get caught up on their tasks up there. I might also want to have more gas masks. But as this hydrogen starts to rise, there may no longer be a need to put the gas mask station here. We'll put it higher up. But we'll wait for this hydrogen to be consumed first. I can see that I've got this cloud of hydrogen here, some oxygen and hydrogen that will probably work its way out over time. But if I dig this out, that will just increase the speed at which that would happen. I think at the time I only had airflow tiles, but I might replace those. Actually, no, I'm going to get rid of those once I move that up anyway. So the dupes will get busy doing some construction. Miner has a high priority of digging. That's why this has already been dug out for us. Let's create some regular tiles. I want to have a mechanized door over here. It's going to need to be powered. In fact, let's put in two. That's going to be needed to connect it with power. So this line here is for the solar power solar panels in the future. So we'll have the regular line be connected to the doors, solar panel line like that. Let's set this to be a full minute. Getting a little bit nervous. Wow. I got lots of time before this needs to turn off, but let's make this a higher priority, this little automation wire. More glass is being constructed. So this is what I'm trying to limit the need for, is these guys running on this. I could add a third one, but I don't think that's going to be needed, especially once we get some solar panels together. So we'll get this put in place, and I'll be back where we can step out here and create some solar panels. We are at the beginning of cycle 63, and I realized I have a cuddle pipsqueak. So I should now be able to click on that and see cuddle pipsqueak there. They'll now be dropped off in this location. I'm going to copy that to all of those. I believe you can actually have more cuddle pipsqueaks per room, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to wrangle all of these and bring in more. This is just going to produce even more pip eggs, which ultimately will be our source of food. So that is that. I don't think we made a lot of progress up here in the top of the base. Well, actually, we've got, well, because of the higher priority, the automation wire is in existence. If we make, well, I'll just wait for the dupes to create this, and then we'll step out. So this area is being dug out. Last door is being installed. Miner will be taking care of this here for us. And I can go out and install the solar panels. Just going to put some tiling here just to allow them to run out all that a bit faster. We can start to put in solar panels when that is dug out. Let's look at our glass production, make sure that's still running. Engineer is there. So what I want to specify is engineer is the only one that's allowed to go in, because they're the fastest one. They can actually, that's important, not just from the productivity of producing glass and trying to not waste the dupe's times, but it's also going to save power, because the less time I need to have a dupe stand in front of this and operate it, the less power this is going to consume. Anyway, little optimization there. Tell Miner that this is the highest priority thing that we'd like to dig. And when we're out here, I will join you once again, and we'll install our first solar panels on this base. Little time to choose a gift, oxyfern or a wart seed. They're both sort of rare things that you can't produce on their own. Let's just take the wart seed. I think I already took an oxyfern seed. So still getting glass to be produced. We have, oh, okay. This is why, because it's not that the glass has been removed from the world. The dupes just simply can't access it. With all the snow around, might want to build a ladder. So let's do that. Because once I do get to the top... Whoa! Was someone sick? Food poisoning. It was... do we have washrooms running? No! No! Okay. Did not notice that. Okay, yeah. Made a mess. This must have been a recent thing. What happened there? I'm not sure. Oh, I think that little bit of sick kind of caused an overflow. Okay. Not paying attention. I need to get access to some water. Unfortunately, my one water source that I have available down here is not hooked up. So this is a high priority dupes. Everyone to it. I hopefully will be able to mop up a little bit of polluted water that's there, because I don't want that to be pumped into the system. Okay, someone needs to create that. And we'll be able to pump in some water again. Yeah, making a mess. I know. It's screwed up. I was concentrating too much just on the solar panels, which are nice and everything, but forgot some of the fundamentals. Wasn't being addressed, which is water. So this should now send water. I don't know how much water is in there, but we can at least get a little bit of the washrooms running again, if nothing else. There's a cache water here. So we're just chasing the last little bit pieces of water. And what I want to do is this time when I'm out of water, I'll have a pump that's already built and ready to go instead of be caught in that situation that I was. So I'll get the dupes to create that. Send that in here. And that's going to send water from this cache over. This is one of the last few... whoops. Oh, no. I wish there was a way in this game to disable that connection without having to actually destroy this. That would be a really nice, handy thing to have. Disconnect. Wait a minute. Liquid pipes. What did that? I don't understand. Is that a dupe task that I have to wait for? Sever conduits and connectors. Liquid pipe. Oh, okay. You can! You can do that. Okay, well, first of all. Oh, I see. I think I know how this works. If I select the two of these, it'll disconnect those two. I did not know that was... Okay. Whoa. This is exciting. This is so exciting. You have no idea how excited I am right now. I did not know this was a thing in this game. Maybe it was a new feature, but... So if I cancel that, I can send water that from here. This is so exciting. This changes so much. That means my cooling line up and down is disabled, but I'm going to put that back in order. Oh my god, I am so excited. This is amazing. How long has this feature been sitting there? Alright, so what I will do... I'm just going to wait for that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to disable these two. And I'm going to tell liquid from water from here, you're going to be consumed first. This is so cool. Okay, this... Okay. Alright, this is so cool. I did muck things up in the base, but this discovery was so worth it. I'm glad that things kind of went awry and I just randomly stumbled upon that. That is so exciting. Yeah, let's we'll get back up to do solar panels first, but we've got to address this water situation. So this pump here will lower that. And we will connect that one with power to use all the last little bit of liquid. Once we're completely drained of the liquid from all these different caches, we're going to have to get liquid from either the polluted water or the salt water. Polluted water takes less power to convert to regular water, so we're probably going to do that first. So once that is used up, we'll continue this process. In the meantime, yeah, made a mess. What? No one should be making a mess right now because the what's going on? Why is that not being pushed into here? Oh, because I know why. Okay, let's disconnect this. This is so cool. Okay, so what's going to happen now is liquid will be sent in to here. We can get rid of that. I'm going to have to wait for one of the dupes to create that. But if I connect this, water should now be sent. I think I have to just wait for this to be destroyed. One of the dupes is right there, saving the day. And that's lackluster. Something else is wrong. Everything is going in. Is it simply because there's nothing on this line that pushes it? I think that's what it is. Hold on. Even though that's not built, I think that's going to change everything. Yeah. No, not quite. Okay, this is going into here, but we still have this confusing line right here. And I cannot figure out why that will not go in here. I like the idea that I just needed this to be construct or existence. Maybe it does need to be built. Liquid is going up. Dupes are standing in their own sick. I'm so sorry, dupes. Not a very pleasant situation. I can see the stress going up. We're going to resolve that soon enough. Maybe getting that to actually be built is needed, but we're not going to be able to know because this is almost drained anyways. So, I'm going to cut these two pipes. So cool. I'm going to connect this. This should now be pumping water up. Did that solve? Okay, that solved the situation. That's going to bring water into here. And that's going to feed that into over here. And the excess water that may be coming out of this will go back into the washrooms and start to accumulate there. Now that that is built, I can replace this pipe that didn't have to break before. Though, hold on. So I do want to get the liquid from here over. So I need to jump like this. And this then will need to jump. So this is going in what direction? Up. This left is going up, so this means this one goes down. So alright, so that works. That's going to send water in there. So I'm going to essentially be taking in all of these. That pump is no longer needed. I am concerned about having multiple pumps run at the same time because I'm on a simple circuit. Ideally, I would, I think I know what should be done. I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to put in another bridge, which is essentially going to guarantee that all of the one on the left gets consumed first. So this pump will run by itself. Oh, and I need a little bit of cleanup. So that one will run before this one goes out. Okay. This is a really, really cool discovery. So that is not just good enough discovery for pipes, but that applies to all the things. Automation, buildings. How do you set, like... Okay, I don't even know what it means to disconnect buildings, but let's not worry about it right now. Let's just fix all the things. So right now I've got a lot of sick lying around my base. I've got this area here to dump it into when I mop it up. I'm going to temporarily put that at higher priority. And we're just going to mop up everywhere. Just so the dupes don't have to walk in it anymore. That's probably leading to a little bit of stress that is not needed in their lives. Here, there, and everywhere. And once they get caught up with that, I now have these caches of water to rely on until I come up with a solution of dealing with this. Now, this can't be converted to regular water until it warms up, but one thing at a time. Before we do that, I think we can do some solar panel building. I think that's where we're going to send it off, or end it on this episode. Really exciting episode, at least from my perspective. Because I learned how to cut things without the need of dupes. And I think that's kind of the key. Is I didn't actually need the dupes to do that for me. So we get access up there via this. But we can now install nothing. Probably don't have access to glass. And that's because of this. Well, if we dig that out, that's not going to be an issue. And I'll be back when that's dug out, and we'll put in our first solar panels and finish it off for this episode. So I'm back and a bit perplexed as to why the dupes can't access this glass. So I've got 1,700 kilograms. It's registering as 0. If I try to build Oh, now I can build solar panels. Okay. It was just out of date or behind. But now it's allowing me to do it. It didn't allow me to do this just a little bit ago. Okay, so I'm going to have solar panel built. I'm going to have regular wire going in. That's going to go down here, not connect with this circuit. It's going to go in here and put in power into this whole setup over here, which is nice because that's going to be free power, renewable source up here. And I'll be back when the first one is built and we can sign out for this episode. Almost about to sign out when I realize, or finish that off when I realize I've got some cold carbon dioxide in here and the dupes are getting their feet wet. It is very cold in this region. It is minus 66 degrees. So I'm going to make a mesh tile for that carbon dioxide to fall down into so the dupes don't get their feet wet. Maybe I'll do the same thing here and here. There is a solar panel existing in my base. It's not connected to a wire just yet. Shouldn't take too long. Just need a little bit of copper. These little 2 pieces to be built. And we'll be supplying base through a new renewable source. It's been powered but not connected. There, it is connected. So a little bit of power here. And click on this. 380 is max, but it's actually 82 at the moment. Is going into my base, reducing the reliance on hydrogen and the manual generator. Notice still need this mesh tile to keep the dupes nice and dry. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you in a future episode.